Donald Trump finally keeps a campaign promise to target his rivals. This is just another day. It's no secret that politicians make tons of promises on the campaign trail. More jobs, lower taxes, bragging about how they can go stick deep, and our current president was no different.
And if you put me back in the White House, their reign is over. Their reign will be over. In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today I add, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution.
That's right. Who needs hope and optimism to inspire a nation when swearing vengeance on your enemies roused the crowd just as well? And it turns out this is one of the only promises Trump decided to keep.
The Justice Department is opening a criminal probe into New York Attorney General Letitia James.
Now, to be fair, this is the Justice Department doing this, not Trump. Because like past presidents, Donald has maintained a neutral stance on these matters so as not to influence the DOJ in any way at all.
She's a disaster for New York. She's a horrible, horrible human being. And I think she's a total crook. There's no question about it. But that's just my opinion. Pam's going to have to do what she wants. She's a sick person. But that's has nothing to do with what Pam does. Pam is going to do what's right.
That's true. When it comes to sick women, Pam Bondi always does what's right.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
But who has time to go after sex traffickers when there's Democratic attorneys general to target? In keeping with his promise, Trump has weaponized his Department of Justice to launch a federal grand jury investigation into New York Attorney General Letitia James, who found a sweet spot on Trump's enemies list after winning a civil case against him, his sons, and the Trump Organization to the tune of $500 million plus. Actually, the number was $364 million, but the interest, unlike the hair on Stephen Miller's scalp, has continued to grow. Trump was found guilty of a multi-year scheme to cheat banks and insurers by inflating property valuations and estimates of his wealth, but the DOJ is looking to see if James violated Trump's civil rights, which means, just like Rosa Parks before him, Trump may too become a civil rights icon. Except instead of refusing to move to the back of the bus, it will be Trump refusing to move to the back of the Qatari plane he strong-armed for himself. But as luck would have it, James isn't the only recipient of Trump's promises made, promises kept mantra.
A Trump administration source telling The Angle that a criminal investigation of Adam Schiff is underway, conducted by U.S. Attorney's Office in Maryland for possible charges involving mortgage fraud. Now, this follows the story we broke last month when the Federal Housing Finance Agency sent a criminal referral to the DOJ alleging that Schiff, in multiple instances, falsified bank documents and property records to acquire more favorable loan terms.
Wow. And if anyone would have a problem with someone lying about their residence, it would be Trump. Adam Schiff is being targeted for allegedly listing two residences as his primary residence, which is just slightly different than claiming that your penthouse was worth $20 million more than it was really worth in an effort to inflate your net worth to secure better loan terms. I mean, even Matt Gaetz was like, you could have just said 18. 18 is high enough, right? What is absolutely clear is that the only promises Trump actually keeps are on issues that either enrich him financially or carry out retribution. As for every other promise, the ones that were intended to actually benefit Americans and not just Donald Trump unilaterally, yeah, those all came and went like a fart in a hurricane. Like, for example, that promise about how everything was supposed to be costing less.
We will end inflation and make America affordable again. We're going to get the prices down. We have to get them down. It's too much. Groceries, cars, everything. We're going to get the prices down.
Oops. Apparently, when you throw the economy into a chaotic tailspin by slapping ill-conceived tariffs on the world, Americans end up paying more for their products. Donald Trump can talk all he wants about groceries being down, but the only thing down is our hopes at the checkout line while buying, and this word might come as a shock to some of you, so I hope you're sitting down, groceries.
It's such an old-fashioned term, but a beautiful term, groceries. It sort of says a bag with different things in it.
Wow, what a relatable guy, truly one of us. And don't forget, there was also that whole war he promised to end on day one.
I'm the only candidate who can make this promise. I will prevent, and very easily, World War III, very easily. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, I will have the disastrous war between Russia and Ukraine settled. It will be settled quickly.
Maybe he was too busy shopping for one of those bags with different things in it. I am shocked to see this strategy didn't work.
And as you know, I get along very well with Putin. I would tell Putin, gotta settle. I would tell Zelensky, you gotta settle. I would tell one, you're gonna load up with money. I'd tell the other, you're not gonna get any money. I would get a settlement in 24 hours.
24 hours. Now, to be fair, some people may think Trump still hasn't reached that deadline, but those people are telling time with these ever-reliable watches. Everyone else in the world can see 24 hours has come and gone, and somehow the "you gotta settle" catchphrase just didn't have the diplomatic cachet Trump was looking for. And let's not forget this other promise.
One of President Trump's key campaign promises was to expand access to in vitro fertilization for hopeful parents facing fertility challenges.
For people that are using IVF, which is fertilization, the government is going to pay for it, or we're going to get or mandate your insurance company to pay for it, which is going to be great.
That is going to be great. Sorry, I should have said that was going to be great.
Despite calling for more babies, President Trump gutted the CDC branch responsible for reproductive health.
Can we just talk about how messed up this is? Donald Trump didn't simply not make good on his IVF promise. The billionaire he brought in to cut access to reproductive health has 14 children. I'm surprised he didn't promise women free breast exams only to bring in his wet-chested son to cut that too. Trump's promise to defend women's rights wasn't just a centerpiece of his campaign, it's something he touted even after he won a second term.
We're protecting women's rights, defending women's dignity, and standing up for the American moms and daughters. For 4 long years, we had an administration that tried to abolish the very concept of womanhood and replace it with radical gender ideology. Maybe you heard something about that. They destroyed women's spaces and even tried to replace the word mother with the term birther person. A mother became a birther person. What's that all about?
Yeah, what is that all about? The only birther person I know is this guy.
Do you accept that President Obama was born in the United States, is not Muslim?
I really don't know. I mean,
You don't know.
I don't know why he wouldn't release his records.
Ah, yes, weren't those the days when a president violating the Constitution due to his birthplace was what we were told to fear most? You know, I also seem to remember a promise not to cut Medicaid from 17 million Americans.
Look, Social Security won't be touched. Other than if there's fraud or something, we're going to find it's going to be strengthened, but won't be touched. Medicare, Medicaid, none of that stuff is going to be touched.
Nothing.
Huh. So Donald Trump promised not to touch something, but he touched it anyway. I wonder if that applies to something else. Huh. I guess we'll never know. The reality is, this is a man who will say and do anything to fatten his pockets and punish his enemies, all in an effort to distract the American people and maintain his dictatorial hold on power. But when it comes to helping regular people, yeah, not too interested in holding up his end of the bargain. His sole focus is helping himself and hurting the people who seek to hold him to account. He is the perfect combination of vindictiveness and pettiness, all wrapped into one. He's like a bag with different things in it. Exactly.